Hi Dresser Cuties, waiting here. Tutor and Draw Basketball Girl inspired by Caitlin Clark. So let's get started. To draw this cute girl, let's first start by drawing her eyes. So I'm going to start right here with a circle. Now that I have a circle in, I'm going to come across about right here and draw another circle. Make this one a little bit rounder so it matches the other one. That's always the hardest thing to do. Okay, so now my two circles in, let's make them draw so cute eyes with two small circles inside for highlights and a curved line at the bottom and shade in the top. And lines at the bottom, and same thing over here. There. So now my eyes in, I'm going to come to the sides right here and just spruce them up a little bit with some lashes. So maybe just two right about here, and same thing here. Just nice and simple lashes. Then from there we're going to come to the top and about right here we're going to draw her brow. So I'm just going to draw in a soft arc. But right here, just going to bend it down and thicken it up. And same thing over here. Just a soft arc. There. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to come back to about right here and give her a sweet smile and cap it off. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and frame her face. So I'm going to come to the top of her eye, come out really close to these lashes. So say about right here, I'll give myself a point. Same thing over here. And then we're going to basically start to draw the bottom of a U. So I'm going to come right here, curve around her eye. And then I'm going to bring it down. And then before I go any further, I'm going to find my center and just kind of imagine how low I want her chin to come down. So let's say about right here. I'll give myself a point just so I know where I'm going. And I'm just going to go ahead and aim for that point right there. And come right about here and just maybe flatten it out a little bit for her chin. And continue my curve. Or you can just go ahead and make it nice and round. Then from there, we're going to come back into this area right about here and draw her ear. Just going to pop out a curve. Going to come in here for some details. Same thing on this side. Two curves. And then we're just going to draw this ovalish shape for her head. So I'm going to just kind of imagining about right here. I want her hairline to start about right here in the center. I'm just going to give myself a point right about here. And in this area, I'm just going to draw a soft curve right in the center. And then come back on the sides right here and just draw a curve. Kind of angle a little bit right here and then bring it in. So same thing right here. Angle a little bit here and then bring it in. That just gives the head a little bit more shape than just this round curve. Okay, so then now that we have that, I'm going to come back right here where the ears are. Just give myself an angle line right above the ear, and I'm just going to draw the top of her head. So I'm just going to come up about right here and start to go angle a little bit and go up to say about this high. Not too high because her hair is just tied up in a ponytail. So let's say about right here towards the center. Just gonna break it up a little bit, go center, and then draw the other side. So kind of angle a little bit right here, and then bring it in. There. Just giving it that little subtle angle just makes it look a little bit more realistic than just this round curve. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to come in here and try my best with this. You know what, maybe I'll do that with a thinner Sharpie later, but we need to draw her headband, so I'll do that later. Let's come back down and we're going to draw her body first. So I'm going to come about right here and here and give her a neck. So I'm going to curve out. Just afraid this Sharpie is a little too thick right now. Okay, so then from there we're going to come down for her shoulders. And same thing here, just come out for her shoulders. And right about there, before we start to round it off, we're going to stop right there and come in here and curve to about right here. And same thing here, just curve for her top, and then we're going to come out just a little bit. Just angle a tiny bit. Then let's come back to about right here. We're going to draw her collar. So I'm going to draw this kind of rounded off V. And then go up. And then let's bring this down. So it's her jersey. So we're just going to kind of angle it out. Let's say about right there. We're going to round it off. We want it tucked into her shorts. So about right here. I'm going to just kind of wobble my way across. Then let's come back in here, about in here and here. We're going to start her shorts. So we're going to just kind of draw this soft curve. Kind of find your center, which is about here, and I'll say about here. Go ahead and just draw this slight angle line. Then in the center area, we're going to start her shorts, her legs. So we're going to come really close to each other because the shorts are kind of baggy. So just draw these two lines apart. And let's bring her shorts down. See about there. And then connect it. And same thing here. There. Okay, so then I'm going to work on her legs. So I'm just going to put them right about here and here, centering them, and we're going to come down at an angle. So I'll work on this leg first. To about right there. And then same thing here. Just getting thinner as we come down. Okay, so then now that we have that, we can flare it out for her shoes. Curve this out. And then round it off. There. Then I'm just going to come in here for some details. I have the sole, and then the top of the tennis shoe. Then right here, just going to draw a curve, and then split it with some laces. There. So same thing on the other side. There. Okay, so now we have our tennis shoes in. Then and come in here for some detail right in the middle. Just draw a straight line down, and then you can put in some creases in her shorts right about here, and maybe other detail right here on her collar, here as well. So this is where you would just decorate it however you like for your favorite team or for your own uniform. And then to draw her arms, let's come back here and we're going to have this hand on her hip, so about right here. So let's come back about here and I'm going to aim for this area. So let's come about right there, come down for a hand, round this part off, thicken up her arms, and then elbow right here, and then her hands down, and then a finger. So then on this side, it's a little bit tricky because we want her to be holding a ball. So I know I want the ball right about here on her hip, and her hand needs to be no longer than, don't pass this about right here. So her hand's going to be in this area. So let's start with the shoulder first. I'm going to come down, round this part off, and then right about here, we're going to come down. So I'm just going to angle it out a little bit. This is kind of where her elbow would be, same as the side, and then we're going to angle it in a little bit. And then right about here, elbow, and then come in. I know it's very subtle. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can just definitely just draw a curve. So then let's come back into this area and I'm going to draw this ball. So let's say about right here, I'm gonna start, just draw this circle. So I'm gonna lightly do this first. So I want this ball to be about right here, not passing this line. Because I know her hand's going to be about right there. So I just want to create a circle. Something like that. Let's see here, my wobbly basketball. Okay, so now I can come back in here and try to make it more circular. With this ball on her hip. Okay, there, good enough, right? So then whatever space you have left right here where her elbow would bend, just bring it in. Then on this side, we're gonna pass this ball. So let's come down really close to this ball and about right here, kind of where her hand should be. We're gonna come into this area and right about here, I'm going to draw a thumb. So this thumb is going to go onto this ball. So I'll come in here and erase this part a little bit. And this is going to bend down. And then her fingers go wrap around the ball. Right there. So I'm gonna come back here, just angle this out. Angle, angle. And then I'll come back in here real quick so you can see it. Right in here, we want to, oops, oh my gosh, what a mess. Okay, bear with me here. I'll let that dry a little bit and I'll come back in and fix that. And then let's come back and finish her hair. So right about here, I'm going to come right here and just draw her ponytail. I'll come out, curve, and in. And then maybe put in a curve right here. And then so for her hair, I'm going to come in with a newer Sharpie so it's much thinner. And I'm going to try to draw this hairband. So I'm going to come really close and and draw this curve going all the way around. And thicken it up. There, okay. And then let's come back here. I'm going to draw some lines so we know that this is hair. There. And then in some details right here, if since this is inspired by Caitlin Clark, I'm going to write the word fever. So I'm going to come right here about in this area and start with an F. And then I'm going to come all the way across right about here and write and draw the letter R, just so that I know it's going to be centered. And in the center right about here, I'll draw a V and then put in the E's. So hopefully that helps you to write this word if you want to draw Caitlin Clark nicely centered. There, fever. And then the number 22. So about right here, I'm going to go ahead and just draw this big 2. And one more. There. And let's fix this part. Hopefully it's dried up a little bit. And we want this thumb coming out, so that's hugging the ball. And then the fingers are just kind of on the side of the ball there. And some details on the ball. So right about here in the center, just put in a curve. And then another 2 curves right here. There. And that is pretty much it, except I need to put a heart right here on her shorts to make this my Draw So Cute basketball girl inspired by Caitlin Clark. I really hope I helped you draw fun and easy today, and sorry for this mess right here, but I really hope I helped you. Thanks so much, and if I did, please make sure to give me a like and subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.